The Factories Act 1948, Act No. 63 of 1948, Chapter 3, Health. 15. Artificial humidification. 1. In respect of all factories in which the humidity of the air is artificially increased, the state government may make rules. A. Prescribing standards of humidification. B. Regulating the methods used for artificially increasing the humidity of the air. C. Directing prescribed tests for determining the humidity of the air to be correctly carried out and recorded. D. Prescribing methods to be adopted for securing adequate ventilation and cooling of the air in the workrooms. 2. In any factory in which the humidity of the air is artificially increased, the water used for the purpose shall be taken from a public supply or other source of drinking water, or shall be effectively purified before it is so used. 3. If it appears to an inspector that the water used in a factory for increasing humidity which is required to be effectively purified under subsection 2 is not effectively purified, he may serve on the manager of the factory an order in writing, specifying the measures which in his opinion should be adopted, and requiring them to be carried out before specified date. 16. Overcrowding. 1. No room in any factory shall be overcrowded to an extent injurious to the health of the workers employed therein. 2. Without prejudice to the generality of subsection 1, there shall be in every workroom of a factory in existence on the date of the commencement of this act at least 9.9 cubic meters, and of a factory built after the commencement of this act at least 14.2 cubic meters of space for every worker employed therein, and for the purposes of this subsection no account shall be taken of any space which is more than 4.2 meters above the level of the floor of the room. 1. Subs. By Act 20 of 1987, S. 7, for 350 cubic feet W. E. F. 112 1987. 2. By S. 7, IBID. For 500 cubic feet W. 3. For 14 feet W. 3. If the chief inspector by order in writing so requires, there shall be posted in each workroom of a factory a notice specifying the maximum number of workers who may, in compliance with the provisions of this section, be employed in the room. 4. The chief inspector may by order in writing exempt, subject to such conditions, if any, as he may think fit to impose, any workroom from the provisions of this section, if he is satisfied that compliance therewith in respect of the room is unnecessary in the interest of the health of the workers employed therein. 17. Lighting. 1. In every part of a factory where workers are working of passing there shall be provided and maintained sufficient and suitable lighting, natural or artificial, or both. 2. In every factory all glazed windows and skylights used for the lighting of the workrooms shall be kept clean on both the inner and outer surfaces and, so far as compliance with the provisions of any rules made under subsection 3 of section 13 will allow, free from obstruction. 3. In every factory effective provision shall, so far as is practicable, be made for the prevention of a. Glare, either directly from a source of light or by reflection from a smooth or polished surface. B. The formation of shadows to such an extent as to cause eye strain or the risk of accident to any worker. 4. The state government may prescribe standards of sufficient and suitable lighting for factories or for any class or description of factories or for any manufacturing process. 18. Drinking water. 1. In every factory effective arrangements shall be made to provide and maintain at suitable points conveniently situated for all workers employed therein a sufficient supply of wholesome drinking water. 2. All such points shall be legibly marked drinking water in a language understood by a majority of the workers employed in the factory, and no such point shall be situated within 1/6 meters of any washing place, urinal, latrine, spittoon, open drain carrying sewage or effluent or any other source of contamination unless a shorter distance is approved in writing by the chief inspector. 3. In every factory wherein more than 250 workers are ordinarily employed, provision shall be made for cool drinking water during hot weather by effective means and for distribution thereof. 4. In respect of all factories or any class or description of factories, the state government may make rules for securing compliance with the provisions of subsections 1, 2, and 3, and for the examination by prescribed authorities of the supply and distribution of drinking water in factories.